Hello guys, today I am going to tell you about how does air get polluted. First, what is air pollution? When air is contaminated by unwanted substances which have a harmful effect on both the living and non-living, it is referred to as air pollution. Sometimes air pollution mainly comes from natural and human-made air pollution. In natural air pollution, it mainly comes from natural sources like smoke and dust arising from forest fires and volcanic eruption. Forest fire. Forest fires always start by one of two ways, naturally caused or human caused. Natural fires are generally started by lightning with a very small percentage started by spontaneous combustion of dry fuels such as sawn dust and leaves. On the other hand, human caused fires can be due to any number of reasons. Volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruptions release sulfur gases. These gases combine with the water vapor released by the eruption and the water vapor in the atmosphere to form sulfurous and sulfuric acid. The fine particles and gases released by volcanic eruption cause air pollutant. Pollution are also added to the atmosphere by certain human activities. Human made air pollution are divided into two types, indoor and outdoor air pollution. Indoor air pollution. Indoor air pollution is dust, dirt, or gases in the air inside a building, such as your home or workplace, that harms us if we breathe it in. Types of air pollution include particulate matter, microscopic particles of dust and dirt in the air, gases, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide. Outdoor air pollution. The common sources of outdoor air pollution are emissions caused by combustion process from motor vehicles, solid fuel burning and industry. Other pollution sources include smoke from bush fires, wind-blown dust, and biogenic emissions from vegetation. Pollution from vehicles. Vehicles produce many poisonous gases on the air. There are some of the gases produced by the vehicles: carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxides, and smoke. Carbon monoxide. It is a colorless, tasteless, and odorless flammable gas that is slightly less dense than air. It is known as the silent killer because humans cannot tell when they are around it, but it is very dangerous and deadly. Where does carbon monoxide come from? Cars, trucks, campers, and other vehicles, gases, and liquid propane fueled equipments, recreational vehicles, tobacco smoke house fires, blocked chimneys, and flues. Signs of carbon monoxide poisoning: headaches, nausea, dizziness, breathlessness, collapse, loss of consciousness. Carbon monoxide alarm or carbon monoxide detector. A carbon monoxide detector or CO detector is a device that detects the presence of carbon monoxide gas to prevent carbon monoxide poisoning. In the later 1990s, Underwriter Laboratories changed the definition of the single state CO detector with a sound device to carbon monoxide alarm. Smoke. It is a kind of air pollution. History of smoke. Its names come from a mixture of smoke and fog. It was first observed in London during the Industrial Revolution. There are two types of smoke: industrial smoke and photochemical smoke. Industrial smoke. Industrial smoke forms when smoke and sulfur emission from coal burning combine with fog under the right conditions. While the release of large quantities of air pollutants can form industrial smoke, other factors have an important role in the severity of a smoke outbreak. Photochemical smoke. Photochemical smoke is a type of smoke produced with ultraviolet light from the sun reaches with nitrogen oxides in the atmosphere. It is visible as a brown haze and is most prominently during the morning and afternoon, especially in densely populated warm cities. What causes from smoke? Smoke can irritate and inflame pulmonary membranes, cause chest pain, coughing, and throat irritation. Other illnesses such as cold and pneumonia can also be brought on by exposure to smoke. People with asthma problems are under an even greater threat. Even minor exposure to smoke may cause these people to get asthma attacks. Smoke slowly ruins people's lungs to an extent as great as that of cigarettes. Industrial pollution. It is one of the leading causes of pollution in worldwide. The main gases released are sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide. What is sulfur dioxide? Sulfur dioxide is a colorless gas that is similarly in smell to a matchstick being struck. As its name suggests, it is a compound consisting of sulfur and oxygen, as it has both natural and anthropogenic or man-made sources. It has significant health and environmental effects, including the formation of acid rain and smoke, and influencing global warming. Effects of sulfur dioxide on humans. The presence of high levels of sulfur dioxide has a negative effect on health and society. Inhaled sulfur dioxide quickly dissolves the moisture on the lining of the lungs and nose, burning the mucous membranes. That is clear to anyone who accidentally inhales the smoke from a matchstick being struck. Cornea of long-term exposure to high levels of sulfur dioxide leads to breathing problems of respiratory illness such as asthma, bronchitis, as well as heart disease. Children tend to move vulnerable due to less developed lungs. What is nitrogen dioxide? Nitrogen dioxide is a chemical compound from the formula NO2. It is one of the several nitrogen oxide. NO is an intermediate in the industrial synthesis of nitric acid, millions of tons of which are produced each year of use primarily in the production of fertilizers. Effects of nitrogen dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide exposure can give people cough, sweating, unusual irritants and or weakness, can make them feel short or breathe. People who are exposed to nitrogen dioxide have respiratory infections in plants can injure leaves and reduce growth. Nitrogen dioxide reaches in the atmosphere to form acid rain which can harm plants and animals. Chlorofluorocarbon. Chlorofluorocarbon, commonly known as CFCs, are a group of man-made compounds containing chlorine, fluorine, and carbon. They are not found anywhere in nature. Effects of CFCs. Direct exposure to some types of CFCs can cause unconsciousness, shortness of breath, and irregular heartbeat. It can also cause confusion, drowsiness, coughing, sore throat, difficulty breathing, and eye redness and pain. Direct skin contact with some type of CFCs can cause frostable or dry skin. CFC causes the breakdown of the ozone layer that protects the earth from the sun's ultraviolet radiation. The depletion of ozone layer causes ultraviolet rays to enter Earth's atmosphere, which is turn cause the skin cancer, cataracts, and other eye damages. It is harmful on its own in large enough dosage. Overexposure may cause dizziness, loss of concentration, central nervous system depression. How CFC damages the ozone layer. The ozone hole is really not a hole but rather a thinning of the ozone layer in the stratosphere that changes seasonally. Once in the atmosphere, CFC drift slowly upwarm to the stratosphere, where they are broken up with ultraviolet radiation, releasing chlorine atoms which are able to destroy ozone molecules. How to reduce CFCs? By air conditioning and refrigeration equipments that do not use HCFCs as refrigeration, by aerosonic products that do not use HCFCs or CFCs as propellants, conduct regular inspection and maintenance of air conditioning and refrigeration appliances to prevent and minimize refrigerant leakage. Now we have all listened that how our earth gets polluted. Now how to save our earth from this pollution? In this situation in COVID-19, we can save our earth in home. How can we save our earth in home? Ways to protect the environment at home. Conserve energy, save water, use eco-friendly products, use filtered water, start a compost pile, plant vegetables, recycle and reduce, pick up litter, make homemade desserts, use cloth shopping bags. In these ways, we can save our earth in our home. Make this earth a wonderful earth. If you like the video and want to watch many more like these, like, share and subscribe to my channel. And have a great World Environment Day.